What's up, guys? Welcome back to the homestead. Today we are behind the house and we have to start working on this wall project. A lot of you guys have been asking what's going on with the wall. We've been waiting on the good weather. We've been waiting on some nice dry weather to start doing this, and we have not had any consistent dry weather. We are getting at least a rainstorm or two a week. I'm not complaining about that, but at least for this project, it's not ideal. So what we are doing today, we're gonna start clearing out this corner right here behind me. And I want to open this up in hopes to just give myself a little bit more room to work back here. We are dealing with the septic system, so I'm trying to stay off of that as much as possible. So with this dirt, I'm gonna clear that out, probably add a little bit on top of the septic system, give myself a little extra padding. And yeah, just kind of clear all this up right here behind me. Let's get right to it. Well, we got this all scraped out. Actually worked out pretty perfect. I'm fairly pleased with how it turned out. I think it's gonna work out good. I was able to push the dirt kind of to my right here, and I still have a lot of cleanup to do. Taper this back, push this dirt back, taper it. All these piles back behind me, I got to knock those down, smooth all that out, and same thing, taper it, towards the edge. And then these trees or the brush pile, I think a lot of these trees are salvageable either for firewood or some sort of building lumber. Probably will just leave them here, clean up the limbs off of them, and kind of figure out what I got going on. It's going to be a little difficult to carry these trees past the house. I can't go past the house sideways. I don't have enough room getting by there. And if I, go straight, carry the trees, that'll put the trees at a 90 degree. So I'll just be scraping the house. So I can't do that. Probably just leave them here, limb them up, and use them as firewood. It doesn't make sense to bring them down to the bottom if we're gonna burn them up here anyway. So that's that with the trees. I think what is next on the list, I'll flip this camera around and show you guys. I think we're going to try to fold the thumb up, get that up out of the way, and hopefully we're going to take a scoop or 3 or 4 out of here. I think I can get really close up in here. I'm gonna reach down and I wanna start cleaning out behind this wall. We probably have about, 4 to 5 foot of buildup that is sloughed off, leaning against the block wall here, the stem wall for the house. So I want to get in there, see if I can take a couple scoops out and clean it up. Did want to remind you guys that we are doing our little North Idaho YouTube meet and greet here in North Idaho. That is July 23rd. There's a link in the description if you guys want to join us. There's going to be food, there's going to be games, and a couple channels there. So feel free to check that out. We got 2 bolts that we need to pull, 2 pins that we need to pull, and then there's this big, heavy cross support right here that we got to get out. Let's get to it. Alrighty, thumb is set out of the way. Let's see what we can do. Well, we got all of this dug out, and to say it's not a little nerve-wracking would be a lie. Pretty close to the house, but we're down to at least grade. You can kind of see down in the bottom there's a couple pieces of old filter fabric. Liz and I did have a drain system in there, or we do have a drain system that has since failed because it plugged up with mud. So we got that exposed. We need to dig that out by hand. I don't want to mess around too close to the actual cement foundation with the bucket and all that. So this is probably in, I would say 25 feet maybe. So hopefully we got a good chunk out of the way. I'm gonna bring the excavator around to the front side and see if we can dig over there. Got a couple tires laid out, and we dug this out just a little bit. Creep up here and see how close we can get. It's really tight right here, guys, so I don't know how much we'll be able to dig out. All right, guys, so we can't get much right here. We can only reach in, it's not even, I don't know, 4 feet in, and still a lot of digging. I would say easily probably 30 feet of digging. So yeah, but we have a plan. We've come up with a plan. Some of you guys may know I have a little bit of a background in landscaping. I remember we used to use this little track machine. It's called a dingo. So we called around. We were able to find one. We're going to rent it next weekend. I think we're going to try to dig it out with that.
Yeah, I think so. The excavator, that's a big machine with not a lot of like maneuverability back there. So a smaller machine that'll just be able to pick up dirt will be pretty much perfect.
Right, yeah, even a really, really small excavator, it would not work back here. We have no room to spin. We're only working with about 48 inches back here of width, so we don't have a ton of wiggle room. That little dingo is about 34 inches wide, so it should be just like the perfect little machine to go drive in, scoop, back out, and it'll beat hand shoveling and running it by a wheelbarrow. But I think one of us will be wanting to do that anyway. You know, say Liz is on the dingo, I'll be shoveling the other side, then we'll switch, vice versa.
Yeah, try to just tag team it, get all the dirt out so we can kind of start working.
Yeah, it is definitely a massive, massive, massive project.
I was saying we're moving mountains here.
Yeah, we're literally moving mountains, and I think we have a really good game plan. It's just, yeah, it's pretty, it's a big undertaking.
It's a big undertaking.
That's for sure. I think we can handle it, though. I'm hoping we can.
We're staying positive. It's a little daunting, but I think positivity, we're going to be okay no matter what. We'll figure it out.
Right, I agree. So this will be part 1 of a multiple part series on the wall. Like we said, we're renting that machine here in about 5 days, so there'll probably be another video in between this when we start to attack the wall again. But until then, we hope you guys are doing well, and we'll catch you on the flip side.
See you next time. Thanks, guys.
Such strange little kitties.